Welcome back to the channel. Well, as I said in the last video, we were going to get some performance tests done, so we did a few. We started with 87 octane. We did a 40-mile cruise, all highway speed. What was it, about 60 something miles an hour, 66 or somewhere between 65 and 70 miles an hour. See what type of miles per gallon we can get. I'll pop it up on the screen. Actually, I don't even remember the number directly offhand because I did it over like 3 days, 3 different tests. So I'll pop up the 87 one right here. I do remember the quarter mile number. So, all right, here's the end result. Did a 44 mile swing, and we averaged just about 25 miles a gallon for almost an hour. That's 87 octane. Next up is 93. So also we'll be getting ready to pop that up in a sec too. So yeah, 13.4 on 87 octane. I feel that was pretty good. That's actually better than what I was able to muster on 93 on my old truck when it was stock. So that's pretty stout. Pretty stout. I gotta give them credit for that. Because you figure the old truck came with 331 gears. Horsepower is roughly the same. I think it's like a 5 or 10 horsepower difference. Don't get me wrong, I'm not fully stocked because I do have the cold air intake and I do have the muffler and Y-pipe. So I'm probably, what, 20 horsepower over stock or so. 20, 25 horsepower over stock. So is that going to negate, excuse me, not negate, is that going to equate to the difference that I'm seeing? Nah, we were like 13.7. If I find a clip, I'll pop it up right now. So yeah, 13.7 with 93 on 18 to 20 Gen 3 truck when it was stock. And I believe E85 was like a 13.2. Now that was still stock.
30. 60.
Again, that was 100% stock for both of those runs. But here, I mean, so from there we went and we ran out the rest of the tank. We put some 93 in. We did our 40-mile cruise again to see if the miles per gallon actually changed, and it did. So apparently 93 does burn a little slower. So we got a little more range out of it. I'll pop that up right now. And of course, those performance tests. Quarter mile. We got down to, what was it, 13.2. 30. And don't get me wrong, we were hitting the speed limiter even on 87, but we definitely hit it on 93. Like, we hit it pretty good before the quarter mile. But from there, we decided, since we don't have an actual flex fuel truck, go figure, Ford, we did put E30 in it though. We tried it at an E30 mix, so it was the 93 with a little bit of ethanol in it. I think the mix was like 5 gallons 93 and 2.5 gallons of E85. So we went back out, and as expected, our miles per gallon did decrease a little bit, not by much, nowhere near enough to make you say I'm not going to do it, but our quarter mile, we hit the speed limiter probably around 1,000 foot mark. It had to be roughly around there, or just after it.
Quarter mile.
13.1 on E30. And to be honest, for the E30 mix, we actually had more fuel in the vehicle for that pass than we did for either the other two passes. The other two passes, we were directly at a 1/4 tank when we began our test. For the E30 one, we were closer to half a tank. So, is it a lot of weight? No, an extra 20 or so pounds, but it still was heavier, and we still went faster. E30 was, wow, yeah. I really wanted the speed limiter off. Like, if I can get the speed limiter off and still do the test, like, forget just the tune. Like, when we can tune it, we can tune it. But even when we get the ability to get into it, the first thing I'm going to do is redo these tests with the speed limiter off, meaning to still the stock tune and see just what this truck truly can do. So I like to know. You figure a stock Gen 2 Lightning was what, about somewhere between a 13.7, depending on the year. I think the last year or two it came with 373s, so it was supposed to be running like a 13.7. And we got that covered. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's over a 20-year-old vehicle. Because it's what, 2024. That last year, that vehicle was 2004. So 20-year-old vehicle. But that one was supercharged. This one is naturally aspirated. And we get a heck of a lot better gas mileage. I can tell you that now. There's no single and teens here. We're well into the 20s. But yeah, I'd like to see just what it can do. Like what we did with the Gen 3, we did some performance tests, we did a top speed test, whatnot. And I'd like to do something similar, see exactly what it does. You figure the Gen 2 Lightning did what, 142 miles an hour, I believe. 142 or 147. Like I said, I believe the gearing in which year you were looking at. And it was like a 13.7 to 14.2, if I recall correctly. That was the range. So I think we can obliterate that with, yeah. But if you like the test, make sure you give us a like, share, subscribe. If you didn't like the test, still give us a like, share, subscribe. If you want to support the channel for some of the tests we do and future videos, do hit us up on boostedf150.com and grab some of the merch. Like I said, a hat, a shirt, a mug, any and all those things help support the channel. But yeah, until the next time, this is Boosted F150 out. If the truck did what you thought it was going to do, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought it was going to do.